Hello, my name is Alice, and early Merry Christmas to those who are celebrating. I hope everyone is having a great time. I myself am very excited for Christmas and New Year's, and not to expose myself this early in the video, but I am a Hell of a Boss fan, and if you watch that show, hello, I do too. But if you watch that show, you'll know that the latest episode, which a season finale, by the way, was kind of crazy, story-wise. So, I'm a bit shaken up at the moment, I'm not even gonna lie. But, this video is unrelated to that. I just wanted to throw that in there. But anyway, this video is a Christmas video, or a Christmas-themed video, because I just felt like making something before the year ended. Now, this is really a, in-between video between projects. As I mentioned in my latest video, I am currently working on a very long video essay that will most likely drop in, January or February at the latest. So this is just kind of a end of the year little treat for anyone who wants to watch. But anyway, the context for this video is that I will be redrawing a piece of art that I have been redrawing for 9 years this year. So I started drawing this Christmas themed girl back in, I think it was 2015 or 2016. Back then I was 11 or 12, so I wasn't that great. And so the year after, I wanted to redraw her again, and then I just kept doing that for years. I have skipped over a few years. I don't remember off the back of my head which ones, but I do know that I did not draw her last year, and I'll get into why soon. So since I have been drawing her since I was a child, growing up into a teenager, and now recently an adult, she has grown up with me, because when I hit 14, I didn't want to draw her as an 11-year-old anymore, So this girl, she's not a character that I have named or have any lore for or anything. It's just a girl that I've been drawing. But she's basically grown up with me, and I think that's kind of sweet. Now to the reason why I didn't draw her last year. Sadly, I haven't drawn that much lately. And the intention with me redrawing her every year is to kind of show my improvement of the year. But that hasn't really been effective since I haven't been drawing a lot, and so I haven't been improving a lot either. The latest one I drew was in 2022, and I kind of hated it. I was lazy that year. I didn't really feel like drawing it, but I basically forced myself to. I don't know why, because no one but me expects me to draw it, but I got lazy and I did it on iPad and Procreate because I thought that would be easier than doing it on the computer. But at the time I wasn't very well versed in Procreate, so it didn't really turn out as I wanted it to, and I didn't shade it properly and stuff like that. Basically, I thought it looked worse than the year before, and so I was kind of disappointed in myself. And so last year, I just didn't feel like drawing her at all. And I feel like this is still true this year. I still haven't improved that much because, I stopped drawing as much as I had before in 2022. So my growth in art has kind of been stunted since then, which is obviously a shame, but that's why I want to draw her this year. I want to use her for to kind of challenge myself, And as I said in my previous video, I want to use this channel to challenge myself and to kind of grow in my art and to really get the creativity flowing again, because when I draw with the intention of putting the art in a video, I really put my all in it, and it also works as motivation because I feel more creative when I have an outlet or when I have somewhere to put my art, if that makes sense. So I'm going to use this kind of challenge that I have created for myself kind of as a milestone. So this drawing that I draw this year, I'm going to try to recreate it next year And during 2025, I'm really going to try to improve my art, and hopefully next year at the end of 2025, I have improved at least somewhat. And that's why I'm using my channel as motivation for this. Like, me putting it out there that this is an art piece that I made, and hopefully I can make it even better next year, I think will serve as a motivator for me to actually try and get better, and try to work up my creativity again. Anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling about this. I feel like this challenge, it's a little scary, but I think it's gonna be fun nonetheless. So let's jump into the speed paint. So through all the drawings that I've made of this girl, I have experimented with her fashion. She has gone through some different eras. Like, I made her like in a 50s inspired outfit, I made her in a Victorian inspired outfit, and in 2020 or 2021, something like that, I gave her like an alt outfit, since that was very popular on TikTok back then. And the latest drawing that I made in 2022, I settled for 50s fashion, and I love like 40s and 50s fashion. However, as I mentioned, I hated the way the art piece I made in 2022 turned out. So I chose to once again dress her in 50s, 40s inspired fashion. And I'm considering this to be a do-over. I want to do that fashion style justice because I do like it a lot, and I just feel like it deserved a second chance. So the concept I decided to go for this year was that she's like a stressed 50s Christmas shopper. She has this dramatic long list of things to buy, and she most likely has very little time to buy it, so she's stressed. I just wanted to kind of put the Christmas stress of like consumerism that a lot of us experience around Christmas times into this drawing and onto this poor unsuspecting woman. I just thought it would be a little funny because she's growing up with me, so she also gets to experience this, like, going from being a child that's excited about Christmas and it's all happiness, and then she turns into an adult and all of a sudden Christmas is just stressful. And I incorporated like a lot of stuff or props to her, which is new. Like, she has a paper bag with presents in them. There's like a little gift that has fallen onto the floor. She has like this long list, and again, it's new. She hasn't had props before, but I felt that it was needed because I have always had a difficult time coming up with a natural looking pose for her, since the drawings have always been like a full body standing up kind of thing with her. I've always had to come up with some type of pose for her to stand in, and when I first made her, obviously my style was way more like cartoony, and so that wasn't that hard to not make awkward because cartoons can just kind of exist by themselves. But as my style grew more like detailed, it was harder for me to make it not awkward and like stiff. She's also always had this sign that says Merry Christmas on it. I think in earlier versions it said Merry Christmas in different languages, but that just became kind of excessive with time, so I decided to stick with English. And since I gave her a bunch of props this year, I decided to incorporate that sign in a little more like natural way. So instead of like her holding a sign, I decided to put the Merry Christmas thing on her paper bag that she has. And I don't know, I feel like that was like way more natural and less awkward than her holding some type of sign or paper. It took me approximately 4 hours or so to finish the drawing, and I did it in basically a day, the same day that I'm recording this. I basically assembled this entire video kind of fast in a rush before Christmas because I came up with the idea of doing this year, like on the 21st or something, 20th maybe. So, I had 4 days to do it because if you didn't know, I'm Swedish, and in Sweden we celebrate Christmas on the 24th. So obviously I wouldn't have time to make this video on the 24th, so I have to have it out before then. So most likely this will be posted the 22nd or 23rd. Anyway, I also liked the little coat I gave her, because I feel like last time I drew her, I made her like a little Christmas dress, and that's cute, but since she was Christmas shopping and probably out and about, I wanted to give her like some warmer clothes so that she wouldn't freeze in the December weather. I tried to give her like a stressed expression, or at least an uncomfortable expression, since she's probably under a lot of pressure, but I would have liked her to be more expressive, and that is something that I realized that I need to work on, as I tend to lean towards more neutral expressions and poses when I draw people, which I basically only draw people. So coming back to what I was talking about previously here, I'm sorry if I'm definitely about to go on a little rant again, but I won't promise anything, but I think I'll really try to study some anatomy and facial expressions, and maybe animation. That's something I've been thinking about, but I'm not sure because I've never really planned to become an animator or anything, but I feel like it would be a fun thing to try. But anyway, I feel this like intense need to learn and develop more when it comes to art. I feel like I've been at such a standstill for the past like 2 years, and it's just, I don't know, it's just so boring because art has been so important for me since I was small. It's been my way of expressing myself, drawing and writing and just creating stories and characters like that. That's truly my big passion. But I've just been so uninspired for like the past 2 years, and it's been really suffocating as someone who has created almost non-stop since I was like 10. It's hard to kind of pinpoint why I've been so uninspired, but I think it's the combination of getting into a new relationship in 2022 while growing into an adult. It's like as soon as I turned 18 and stuff, I started getting more serious and my creativity kind of just faltered. And it's so sad because it used to be my whole life. Not to get like depressing or anything, but like I used to really live for my projects, for my writing projects and my drawing projects. And looking back, that might not have been super healthy. I did absolutely base a lot of my self-worth on my projects. But you know, don't do that. You're worth so much more than what you create. But I do miss the creativity and the drive I had back then. And I think I'm slowly learning that as an adult, as life envelops you and you get busier and more serious, you have to work a little harder to maintain hobbies and things from your childhood and teenage years. When I was a teen, I mean, I felt like drawing and writing was so easy. It just came so natural to me. And I think I kind of took that for granted. I thought that was going to last forever. And for some people, it probably does. And maybe it will for me eventually again. But I feel like I really lost my spark for a while. And I'm trying to ignite it again. And I'm kind of coming to terms with that. Maybe I'll just have to work harder to maintain that spark as an adult. My life has changed a lot in the last few years, and maybe I just need to work harder to fit in like creativity and writing and stuff into my new life. And that's okay, because it is a thing that is worth fighting for me. Of course, it is completely okay to take a break from those things like creativity, like hobbies and stuff, to focus on other things in life. But I also think it's very important not to forget who you are and who you have been through your life. I hear of so many like adults talking about the things they used to do as children and being like, I wish I could do that again, but I've lost it and stuff like that. And it's just so sad because I think we get lost in life, you know, when you get a job, maybe you're studying, maybe you get a partner, you get married, you get children, and everything just becomes so much that you kind of lose the things you did for fun, you know? And I think it's important to maintain those things. And I might have longer breaks and rough patches, but I think I'll make it through those because honestly, my love for art and writing is so strong and I really want to keep that flame going. again, sorry for rambling, but this channel has already helped me, and I'm so grateful for all the nice comments on my last video. They really pushed me to keep going with this, and I love creating, and I would be honored to continue doing so on a platform where other artists can see it. But anyway, my yap session is over. I'm sorry I started yapping, but I don't know. I felt like I needed to get that out there because I feel like a lot of other artists may feel the same. And I feel like that's something that a lot of artists don't talk about, and I just wanted to bring it up. Anyway, I liked the way this drawing turned out. I definitely liked it better than the one from 2022, but like that bar was pretty low, so that isn't very surprising. I do, however, have some notes for myself. I would like some more movement and energy in the posing. Like, she's stressing, and I want that to show more clearly. And I can see that that is something I do struggle with, like movement and not making things look stiff, because I'm so used to drawing people who are posed and like in a certain way, you know, to look pretty. And I want to get better at drawing more organic forms and shapes and movements. Same thing goes for the face. I was never really satisfied with her expression, so I definitely want to work on expressions and kind of study that throughout 2025. Overall, however, I think she's a good starting point for this new journey, and I do like her 50s look a lot better this time. And I look forward to seeing her grow further with me. As I said in the beginning, I'm between projects at the moment. In case you don't know, my previous video was a My Little Pony human form design that was like over an hour long, and the next video after this one will definitely be even longer. It's a video essay about a subject that I'm very excited to talk about. It's very near and dear to my heart, though I won't reveal what it is. You'll just have to wait and see. But I'm very excited for that. It'll probably, as I said before, it'll probably drop January or February as the latest. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you thought of this drawing. Was it better than the latest one? Was there some older drawing of her that you thought was better, or that was your favorite? Let me know in the comments. Merry Christmas to those who celebrate. Happy New Year to everyone. And thank you so much for watching. Good luck to you and have a great life.